Yo, what's going on? All my homies, homettes, dudes, and dudettes. It's your boy Will back again with the Will Report. I am going to run through some fragrances since this is really the unofficial start of summer with Memorial Day just starting. Usually, when it hits Memorial Day, you kind of think of, okay, now it's time to go to the beach. I mean, to the pool, to the beaches, because that's when everything opens right after Memorial Day, or really Memorial Day weekend. That's when everything opens and it is really starting to feel like summer. So I figured, why not do a little summer list? And this is a little bit of different type of list because it's for different occasions. And during the summer, sometimes you get those real high days where it's really, really hot, like 90 degrees and above. And then you get those days where it might be between 90 and 70 degrees. And then just last week, we got a week that, not a whole week, but we got a couple of days that even dropped down to 50. Now it was overnight, but in the morning when you woke up, it was like 60 something degrees. So let's start with some of these fragrances to see where they may fit. I'm gonna start with, and this list is not in like the best to worst. Like I might count them down, but all of these are good. They're not like this is the best, 10 is best, the worst one, and one is the best one. They're all good. So let's start with an evening scent. An evening scent for the summer and some of those days that are cooler days. This would be a really great pick. This is Intense Pepper by Montal. I don't know if that's coming in, but this is Intense Pepper by Montal. Now, the name is correct, but the intense pepper is only for the top notes and it only lasts maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. And when it says intense, it's really, really intense. And it almost feels like it has like a vetiver undertone to it. And this is pepper. The pepper is probably a black pepper and a lemon pepper to mix together. But after that 10 minutes, that pepper, that spiciness is gone. It goes down. It kind of falls back into the background, but then it becomes really lemony. And after that, it becomes more of a light scent that you kind of wear. It be good for like a date or something like that. But the opening is a little sharp and a little spicy. So if you're going to use this for an evening, just put it on like maybe an hour or so before you go on your date. But yeah, like I said, it cools down, it calms down to a really, really nice, mild summer scent. All right. So that's the first one. That is um, Intense Pepper by Montal. There you go with the little hanging part. Since I'm doing evening, actually, no, let's switch that. So that was one evening setting. For those days that's really, really, really high heat, this would be a really good fragrance to wear. This is Pure X. This is XS by Parker Rabanne, not Pure XS. And this one is a really nice, fresh, high, and that's a nice sprayer too. High heat fragrance because it is not too intrusive. It doesn't break you over your back. It doesn't jump all in your face unless you overspray it, of course. But this is very similar to Himalayas by Creed. And it's a really good fragrance. It has more of an airy vibe to it. To me, it kind of gives off a vibe of like a fabric softener, kind of. That's if you spray it correctly. If you overspray it, it can get cloying. But then again, with most fragrances, if you overspray them, they get cloying. Most fragrances, not all of them. But yeah, XS, that's a good one. This is a really, really, really good one for the daytime in the summertime. And you can rock this in higher heats too, like between 80 and 100 degree weather, long as you don't overspray. Because if you overspray, it will get a little cloying. All right. So that was, if we're counting, that was number nine. First one was 10, number nine. And let's go with a fragrance. Let's see. Maybe you can wear this for cookouts or for like a day date, something like that. And this is Vince Camato's Solaire. And the strange thing is, I got a little dent in that too. The strange thing about this fragrance is when I first got it, I wasn't really all that crazy about it. I thought it was okay, but I didn't wear it a whole lot because I just I didn't wasn't vibing with it a lot. But since I've let it sit, and I've had this maybe a few years. Since I've let it sit, it's changed. I don't know if it's changed or if my nose has changed because the longer you're in the game, the more your nose gets mature. But this one is this is so good. It smells similar to like a creamsicle, like an orange creamsicle, and it it may not. Oh man, and it has a ashy type of powdery note under it, and it really is. This is almost cozy, but a summer style cozy type of scent. But yeah, this is Solaire by Vince Camato. That would be number 8 if we're counting. But who's counting? Who's counting? This one, let's go with a another one that will work well for the evenings. For the evenings, maybe a little bit warmer in the evenings. This would be a really good one to rock. This one is Dunhill's Icon. Some people say this smells similar to what is it? I think it's Green Irish Tweed. I don't get the connection. It has a really great sprayer. This one to me smells more of like a fruit basket kind of thing, but not exactly like a fruit basket. It smells like it has a lot of uh, vegetable like fruits in it, but it's not like a exactly like a fruit basket. It has, I think it has some, I think it has a Palo Santo note in it or something like that. I can't remember, but it's more of a fresh, warm, inviting fragrance. And of the Icon uh, group of fragrances, I think this one and maybe Icon Elite. Those are probably my favorites of the group. It's a great fragrance. Nice bottle. Really, really nice solid bottle too. It's like you can really use this as a weapon if you really wanted to, or if you needed to. And there's the Dunhill name right there on the top. So that would be good for a evening out or a cooler day in the you can wear it in the daytime too. A cooler day during the summer, like maybe around 80 degrees, 80 or cooler. That would be really, really good. Let's go with how about a day, a day scent, hot day scent. Let's say you're taking your girl out or your man out on a a boat trip, and you guys are just got your boat shoes on, you got your khakis on, and wearing your linen and staying cool. This is really what you want to wear. This is Voyage. Oh my goodness, I love the way this bottle works too. It sits on your table like that, and you flip it around to get to the sprayer. This is Voyage, and this this smells like a high end vacation. That's what it smells like. It gives off a vibe of like being on a yacht or a sailboat and cruising. It's very oceanic but it has a freshness to it too. And also a little bit of sweetness. But the only thing about this one, to me, it doesn't last that long. I think I get maybe about 5 hours. But if you're going on a boat trip, who's going to be on a boat trip much longer than 5 hours? And if you are going to be on a boat trip, just take a little bottle with you, take a decant with you, spray it down. But this is a great bottle. This is a great fragrance. If you can get your hands on it, go for it. They have another one that's I think it's called Extreme. I think it's a black bottle. I haven't gotten that. I was thinking about trying to get it, but I think it's discontinued and the prices are. But yeah, that is Voyage by who is this? Is this Hermes? Uh, um, I'll put it in. I'll put it in there. But yeah, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's number 6 then. Okay, so let's go with another daytime fragrance. Another daytime fragrance. This one is really, really, really nice. This one is Ultraviolet Man, if that's coming up, by Paco Rabanne. And this one has a really nice, I think it's a plum note that is in here. And that's a really unique sprayer. It's like a staple gun. Remember the old staple guns? You spray it, so you gotta squeeze it to spray it. Oh, but oh my goodness, this is so nice. This is really, really, really close to Ralph Lauren's Purple Label. Smells pretty close to that. And what's the other fragrance by Bond Number 9? Bleecker Street. It smells similar to those two. And this one is, oh my goodness. This one is one of those fragrances you probably can overspray and it probably won't upset anybody. But this one is really, really good. It has a freshness to it. And like I said, I think that's a plum note that's in here. But it has a sweetness to it. And oh my goodness, this is so good. If you're looking for a good summer fragrance in a high heat, this is one of them. Go for it. That's Ultraviolet by Paco Rabanne. And that was number 5. And let's go with number 6. This is another good one for the evening. This is Givenchy's Gentleman. What is this? Society? I think it's called Society. But this one is another good one for the evening. Obviously, this one of those fragrances that don't have the name on it. But this one is really, really, really nice one. This one actually does have the scent of Palo Santo, and it's way at the base, the Palo Santos, but you smell it in the top with some sweetness. It has cardamom in it, so the Palo Santos with the cardamom in the top note, it smells like a sweet wood. That's what it kind of smells like. And not kind of smells like, that's what it smells like to me anyway. And this actually a really good fragrance. It lasts pretty good too. I get about 7 hours out of it. This is one of the newer ones from Givenchy. So yeah, this is, if you can get your hands on it, good price, go for it. It's pretty new, so I think it came out like maybe 2 years ago. I think, or maybe last year, because this was actually gifted to me. So yeah, go for it. This is really good for, like I said, evening dates, or some of the cooler days in the summertime, or cooler evenings in the summertime. This will work really, really, really good. And let's see, let's go for how about something for uniqueness? Something that's going to be a little bit different, different than most people smell. May not get you a whole lot of compliments, but if you get in with a conversation and the person smells this on you, it will lead into more conversation. So this one is Lalique White. Let's see if that's coming in. Oh, there we go. Lalique White. And this one is a different type of fresh summer fragrance. This one comes off, it smells almost like, remember when you were in grade school and you used to take you had the little pencil sharpeners for the people that are of age. They had the handheld pencil sharpeners, and you twist your pencil in it to sharpen it. Those shavings that come off, that's kind of what this smells like. Now, that might not smell all that attractive, but it's very interesting, and that's just part of the smell. It also has some fresher notes in it, and some other notes to pull you in a little bit closer for the bass notes. But yeah, it's really, really, really interesting. So, like I said, if you can get the conversation going and the person can get close enough to smell you, this is an interesting fragrance. So yeah, it might not pull anybody in, but if they're in, now this will help you keep them in. So that's number 8, right? Number 8. And let's go for one more. Yeah, one more evening fragrance. Now, this one is a little different. This one is an evening fragrance when you want to make a statement. For not for a casual type of setting. This is more of like a evening setting where, like, if you're going to a white party, a all white party, dressed in white, or if you're going to something that is a evening uh, boat club type of vibe, and you're going and everybody's dressed up, not in like swimsuits or anything like that, but people that are dressed to a T. You know, this one is Sin and San Say Sin Santo and Sage. This is by So Avant Garde. I mean, Avant Savoir Faire. Why is that avant garde? I think they have another fragrance, but this is by Savoir Faire, and this is a niche, not a niche house. Is it niche or indie? I guess it's both. It's an indie and a niche house. Well, no, it's not a niche house because he does sell some other things. He sells shirts and clothes and things like that. The guy that owns this place, Chris, but it is a indie house. This one, oh my goodness, this is a fragrance that you really should get your nose on. And this actually, the whole house is really, really, really good. I need to do a deep dive into this house. But this one is, it smells almost medicinal, almost like a like a a vibe of a church function, like something mystical almost. And it has that Palo Santo under it. This is this fragrance. This fragrance. Now, don't get put off by the opening note. The opening note, I think it has something, it has some vegetable note that opens it up. I think is it cabbage or something? I can't remember. It's something weird in the beginning. I can't got a brain fart, but it smells very green in the beginning. But once you get past that, I think that lasts maybe about 10 minutes. It's really, really, really dope vibe to this fragrance. And this fragrance, that's exactly what this is. This fragrance is a vibe. It's not really, you may not get any compliments. You may not get any compliments, but believe me, if somebody smells this on you, they're going to remember you, and remember you in a good way, not because you stink. They're going to remember, oh yeah, that was the guy that was kind of vibing a little bit, or the girl in the corner that was vibing a little bit. She was giving off certain kind of energy. I'm digging. So yeah, so that was number 2. Definitely, you should look at that house and look at that fragrance. My favorite from that house is what's the name of that fragrance? Um, Soul Cafe. That's my favorite from that house. Whew. Woo, so cafe says beast, but that's a whole nother category. And the last one, number one, not that it is this there, like I said, these are not numbered, but this one is, I forgot the name, is uh Stags Tra 3 or something like that. I'll put the name up here somewhere. But this is, I think it's by Paris Corner. This one is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a clone or imitation of a Louis Vuitton. Is it Lumicite? Not Lumicite. Um, Morning Swim or something like that. But anyway, regardless of what it's supposed to smell like, what it does smell like is and that spray is beautiful. What it does smell like is a minty, lemony. Um, it smells almost like a lemon mint tea with honey in it, and and off the top, that's what it smells like. But I haven't had a whole lot of time with this fragrance. I just got it in a haul earlier this year, but I'm definitely going to dive into this really, really deep. This one is one of the fragrances that will be good for daytime, like you're out moving around about. If you're going on a day date, this is good. It's good for the higher heat, at least from what I'm smelling so far. It's good for the higher heat, maybe moving around. And this one, I think you'll get a lot of compliments on it because it's very fresh, citrusy vibe to this fragrance. And it kind of reminds me of Lumicite by Louis Vuitton, and also kind of gives me a little bit of the vibe of like a Tigra by Bugatti. So that's the vibe. If you like those fragrances, you probably will like this one. So yeah, that's it. That's 10 good fragrances. Wait a minute, did I do that? Oh yeah, I did that fragrance. So that's 10 really, really good fragrances for the summertime. If you're thinking about trying to get some fragrances or picking up something that for a different time or different modes for the summer, check out some of these. They might work out for you. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate your time. I know you could be anywhere else, but you're here with me. All right. Catch you on the next one around. It's your boy Will. Deuces.